Hello, Fritters. Welcome to the Friday stream where really bad stuff happened today. I was just thinking about a gap fill, on the index funds, but it was so bad that we've created a new gap above us because you opened lower than you closed yesterday and you only sold off all day on the index funds, what I'm talking about. But we're starting the stream with AMD because of AMD. If we flip the chart, and AMD look like this, we'd be looking at AMD first probably if the candles were green. So this thing had earnings yesterday, had earnings beat, but lower guidance for the next quarter. And add that to the bad macro, the massive sell-off, down 14%. When is the last time AMD went down 14% in a day? I mean, maybe sometime in March, but something really bad happened where this old level from February, April, June of 2020 has been breached, and you got a candle close below it. The next target, 48.51, which is your 2000 all-time high. Gotta go back a long way, man. There it is. June of 2000, the bubble popped. The bubble that has already popped on this one makes the 2000 bubble look like a joke. And you know where it all ended on AMD? 90% drawdown. 886. Look, you had your pump and then your dump, and it ended. Wow, it actually went lower. My God, dude, it went to 113% retrace. So, no, I mean, most of the tech assets, the NASDAQ bubble popped, they lost 90% plus their value, but this one lost over 100% of its value. So, if that's the case, we're not even close to, the major low, 2016. So I'm just, good luck, man. I mean, these markets are bearish. They've been bearish. Look at this. Remember the bear shark that was identified? It was perfect. Look at the performance. You should know what kind of trend you're in. And that's not even being close to being put in jeopardy. It's bearish, man. All right. I bet you NVIDIA got wrecked too, but just want to start with that. Hey, let's look at Tilray. Remember that time Tilray was up 30%, but now it's down 18.72%, down another percent after hours. Hey, you had more selling pressure today than you had buying pressure yesterday. And we know what this candle is. It's like,
and then, just like that,
dark cloud cover. Disgusting. I thought we had discussed yesterday what these things do. They have pumps and then they always make lower highs and they dump again. It's just another same thing as always. So imagine buying into yesterday's pump thinking something good's going to happen. It didn't. You'd be underwater so bad. And I bet a lot of people did, which is crazy. HMMJ, look at this, dude. Scam of the year. Just kidding. Luna will always hold that record. But your green candle, your red candle, back to the abyss, back to all-time lows, right? Soon. Okay. Ah, man, there are some really nasty losers today. You're talking like Carvana and Spelunk, and the gold and silver miners got wrecked today. Yeah, NVIDIA down 8%. Guess what happened today, Larry? Your lowest daily candle close on NVIDIA since March of 2021. Yes, new lows. 116.95. When you break 116.95 on NVIDIA, chat, you're going to $73 in time. You get how it was a bubble and it popped and we're unwinding right now? It doesn't matter how much money it's made, how much money it's gonna make in the future. This goes beyond it, man. Straight up, straight down. So once you break 117 on NVIDIA, it's a straight shot to lose 36% more of its value in a very short period of time, most likely. Oh, it wasn't perfect. I mean, my God, if this wasn't such an educational chart at the time, the bearish shark pattern with the type 2 return, with the bearish divergence on the second peak in a well-established downtrend, it's magnifico, man. That's it, man. Like, you just keep surrounding yourself with other people that care about charts, and you keep seeing this stuff, man. You eventually it's gonna click. If you're new, or even if you've been at it a while and it hasn't clicked yet, it's going to. You'll be able to identify these bearish continuation structures and bearish trends, and might be able to either protect yourself from losing money or even make some money on shorting, right? It's wonderful, man. The performance is great. How about Tesla? Remember, hey, if you're below $300, chat, can someone tell me what was the target on Tesla? Was this not discussed when you, for the second time, failed to breach the peak from January 2021? What was going to most likely happen based on historical price action between two levels? I love it, man. I hate the markets selling off and global meltdown. Yeah, everyone's getting poor, but dude, this is what it's all about. This is amazing. Hello? Hello, anybody? All right, we had Tails who answered. Yeah, Tails, thanks for paying attention. The only person paying attention here. Yes, 209 was the target. Because historically, straight up, straight down. Straight up. Straight down, straight up. Okay, straight down. And once you break 209, yeah, you'll probably test 181. But after that, it's the same situation you've got on your hands where you are starting to run out of supports. And someone out there would just be like, dude, Head and Shoulders? I mean, maybe it doesn't look like a pretty one, but that's certainly the psychology of the chart. Momentum has shifted to the downside. The bear's momentum, right? The bearish momentum is here. The 200 moving average is resistance. Look at the continuation of distribution. Smart money was offloading its position quietly. We can identify it. Right, remember the bear shark? That it was incredible bear shark, like textbook bear shark, and it played out wonderfully, but then rallied 50% retrace or so, and then just another lower high. There is more distribution going on, and there's more. Even this time there was confirmation of distribution locally. I mean, what else could you ask for? Big money getting out of these markets, and they'll be back eventually, but not anytime in the near future. They're done. They're offloading. They're liquidating. They're getting out, man. Crazy. Really, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy as in like the carnage that's ensuing, but this isn't really surprising. It's crazy, but it's not surprising. So much distribution. I bet we go to the weekly and it's fugly. Oh my God, the weekly. Look at the hidden bearish divergence on the weekly that is beginning to play out now. Look, the high, the lower high. You got like 3 falling peaks on the weekly on Tesla. Just like you think about one peak here. You can clearly see it, and you get another, and now we got our third peak. And look, these are the 2 valleys. This is a textbook 3 falling peaks on the weekly.
We hear Mitch, thank you.
What's up, XMD, man? Thanks for the 20, dude. Good to see you again. Thanks, dude. That was loud on my side. You better buckle up once this breaks. Good Lord. Wow, you know what happened? Officially, on the close. On the close, chat. Tesla on the weekly has fallen just into the bearish control zone for the first time since June. But you're like 39.7 right now. I mean, you don't think this 200-week moving average is going to eventually be tested at 155? I mean, I've got news for you. It seems probable. You have just a beautiful pattern with a bearish edge. And we know what's going on. Good order, man. Oh my God. Yeah, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Yeah, look at it. Which
Crypto underscore hoarder tipped $101.38. Hope everyone has a great week. Ask please, thanks Mitch. 0.076000000 ETH.
Crypto hoarder, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, man, but the week's over. Right? Yeah, the week's over. It's Friday. It is now the weekend. But maybe he's just literally, that tip was for next Monday or something. Either allocated cash or you have some puts or shorts, you will have a good week. If you somehow bought into the nothing burger. I can't even call it the word a rally. It was like, number didn't go down today. Number went up. That's it. Like, like this past week, early in the week. It was such a joke. And you knew the gap was going to fill. What's up, Dow Jones? At 5, man. Kings. Appreciate it. And yeah, so what do you think, chat? You think this very textbook bearish structural development with a bearish edge on the third valley is going to play out? Remember, like, we could look at the inverse, right? It's the wombo combo, man, on the third peak when you have the bearish edge. That's nasty. So you could go to Micron on the daily to show you the inverse, which is crazy, right? I mean, it's only down 3% today. XMD, oh my God. EWT, yeah. We'll do it, man. Thank you. You got some requests, man.
Yup, how about you Toost Plaza?
We will look at Energy Web token or something, I think. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated. Yes, and one-upping crypto hoarder right there, unbelievably. Might have been unintended, but dang, dude. So look, man, I was just showing you what you're seeing on Tesla on the weekly, so significant. But here's the daily, and it's a great example of the same situation, but inverted. Yeah, you had it on the 4-hour too. But look here, right? You have one valley, the second valley, then the third valley. And what are you doing on your moving average? You're above the moving average, just barely, but okay, all right? I mean, that's always good. But look here, you have the one low, and then the second low, then the third low. And on the third low, you're showing that discernible edge. A continuation to the upsides implied, and you can see how it performs so well until the bitter end. And confirmed that it was over. My God, dude. This is Scott Carney here. I know he had identified this, I think, on the first time. But then you went up for 2 times, like, no way, man, this is it. The type 2 return, the Jesus return, right? So I was just showing you an example here of like what Tesla's doing, but inverted, all right? I don't think this is gonna end well. I mean, my God, you held though. Hey, dude, you held a key level on Micron. Once you break $50, it's over. You go into $37.70, $34. Long way down. This is not done by any stretch of the imagination. All right. Really, really bad day for some of these assets. How about PayPal? We haven't looked at that in a while. Remember this one? This was a trade setup. It still has only hit the second target of the trade setup. You know what's happening now, unfortunately. Someone will be like, that's a bull flag, man. No, it's not. No, it's effing not. You are in a very well-established bearish trend. You've hit a couple profit-taking levels of the scrub rally, right? 50%, 618, wonderful. But now you're doing the same thing Tesla's doing, but on the daily. Right? What Tesla's doing on the weekly, now PayPal is giving us on the daily. This is a 3 falling peaks, a classic distribution structure. And if it plays out, you'll be looking at $72 again. Yeah, bearish structure is here. We'll see if it plays out. It's disgusting, but the trend's your friend. I think you got a good chance. And really, what is it? 92.98? Wait a second. That's an inflection point. Look, chat. Look what you've done. Oh, God, this week. PayPal ran to test that level pretty much. And to close the week, you closed below it. So the next target's 82.76, and then after that, 72.24. But after 72.24, this is when Kathy Woods goes bankrupt. Below 72.24, you go to $42. Yep. So pay attention to the bearish pattern that has been identified. I don't think it will end well. I think this will be reliable, and I think it will outperform. Nice, dude. Nice. Not nice, but it is nice because this channel is traditional technical analysis centric. It's beautiful. Even the energy stocks today got hammered. But can we be surprised when we look at a certain chart? The volatility index, another decent day, up 2.69%. Anytime that VIX spikes, what happened to Bitcoin? Bitcoin dumped. It dumped again. right? Bitcoin topped out. The VIX was spiking while it was topping out and was hitting 19,891. And we said, if the VIX goes up, there's no way support holds. No way. And it hasn't. It didn't hold. Thank you, volatility index. This is, hey, the DXY started it with a wrecking ball, but this is the true wrecking ball for everything. Everything will correlate to one when this thing starts really going. So buckle up. It's like every Monday now could be the Black Monday, or it might not be. It just might be a scrub, you know. Like we had this past Monday, and things got real bad real quick, and on Friday. So
it's China to me, China.
When VIX turn into Vici/Vikes.
The Vikes. That's right, man. It's a spike in the volatility index. It was today the Vikes. That's right, dude. Thank you, Jeffrey, for the thread. Yeah, so I would say like there was a candle high close. I believe that's why I had it here. Let's see, where was it? I think it's just in a level. Like, I mean, dude, when you're above 30, it's just
Black
bad
Monday.
time. It's set up just like it was last Friday. That didn't happen. It's set up for Black Monday. Yeah, for sure. Oh my God, the hold up, man. Boom. Can we please get some? Thank you, dude. Holy crap.
Crypto_hoarder tipped $109.78, 0.08223541 ETH.
Big crypto order, man. Look at that. It's like, it could be, it's set up for a Black Monday in October, by the way, right? This is when I mean, like, it doesn't always happen, right? You had the COVID crash in like February and March, okay. But like, historically, the big ones, we're talking like 1929 was in October. I think 2000 we had a couple times in October, part 2. And then you did have 2008. All those big bad days, acceleration, they all happened in October. And we're in October and things look really bad. And the VIX is above 30 right now. I guess. I just don't know how you could be like, no big deal, man. No, it's probably nothing. Okay. Wow, man. 10 days until I age another year. Wow. Crazy, man. That's okay. All right. Just understand where we are. And this is going to kill Bitcoin. If this spikes on Monday and index funds start gapping down and real bad stuff happens, it's going to be terrible for Bitcoin. It just is. That's the way it is, man. It's going to be terrible for gold, though, and silver. Guess what? With a VIX spike today, what happened to gold and silver? All right, we're kind of all over the place today, but I think, you know, again, this is a live stream, and we're going across the markets. So it's just like, I'm talking about the VIX. I'm talking about what things do. They're correlated. You get sell-offs. The VIX in the past 2 days, look what's happened to gold in the past few days, right? You've fallen back below the supply line. So it was a false bullish breakout, at least on one account. I think you're gonna go test 1677 no matter what. And you're probably not even gonna hold it. And it's all about that VIX. So let's just say the VIX spikes or we get a Vikes. 1677 doesn't hold, and we're probably gonna go make fresh lows down there. So I'm saying, man, nothing can perform when the VIX does that. Silver down 3%. I mean, still valid Momo shift until you take out this low, but
I'm thinking about buying the 1-month T-bill for 3%.
what's up, Joe? I mean, people are, but I mean, why? Why not wait until, because, you know, bonds keep dumping because it is implied that in the future there will be higher interest rates. So you could just wait for a higher interest rate. But I get it. Yeah, you want to lock it in now, you can. But all right, you could do it. A 1-month T-bill, though. I mean, you're not spending much time, you know, in it. I mean, the 1 year. Oh, I'm scared about the 1 year, right? It happened yesterday. Oh my God, dude. No, you didn't, XMD. No, you didn't just do that. Holy.
Hoarder has paper hands, lol, JK.
Oh, man. JK, he says. All right, so he said JK twice, therefore it canceled out the just kidding. So therefore, what he really said was Hoarder has paper hands, LOL, and that's it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thanks, dude. Holy crap. For the, what is that? 260 on the day. I don't know why it doesn't compile anymore on Stream Elements, on Super Chats. I'm going to go back in there and check on it. Thank you, dude. And here's copper, right? The poor man's gold. But here it, oh no, chat. This is bad. Or it's great in certain technical ways, right? If you're bearish, it's wonderful. You're showing classic distribution. Identified the bearish engulfing candle in the third peak yesterday. You caught follow through to confirm that bearish engulfing candle today. You're in a well-established downtrend, so we know the bearish pattern is probably going to be reliable. And if it is reliable, it breaks the confirmation line of probably around 329. It will outperform. So your target eventually on this structural development is 297 to 287, because that's the next inflection points from history. You could also talk about, hey man, that's probably a measured move too. I'm not really concerned. I'm just thinking you're going to eventually test that 2019, 2015 peak, that 2013 valley. And then maybe after that, 287 down there, right? 2007 lows. Holy crap. All right, so, and then just like that, bearish continuation pattern has been painted, created by the market makers, right? The composite man himself. And this will play out like the Jesus if we get a VIX spike. Oh yeah, big time. But US oil though today up, oh my God, man. Like, wow, like this is probably the story. US oil just pumped like crazy, up 4.72%. We knew if you know, looking at historical levels, $100, if you held $80 based on history, we could see $99.50, $100. History shows like, you know, it's just a thin order book area. And where you are, you never really pivoted here. I think you're probably going to see $99.50 just based on the levels, right? But nice face melting rally today on US oil. The energy stocks didn't receive that type of love though. A lot of them that performed like crazy yesterday were down today. So, wow, orange juice futures, it had topped out some and started around. Oh my God, to close the week with a bullish engulfing candle above a real level back from 2017. Can't stop orange juice futures, chat. You can't. Too strong of trend. You've completely invalidated the double top here. Potential double top. There is no bearish edge either. It's just bullish convergence. It's just powerful. Orange juice. Moon boys, unite. What about hogs? Hogs been kind of rallying some. It broke above 92.60. Probably it could head to. Could very well see 97.75. But are we just going to develop a classic distribution structure again, like the 3 falling peaks? If you, whenever this thing gets done rallying, if it tops out lower than September 19th's level, oh yeah, it's going to be a beautiful bearish continuation pattern, and that would set you up for, my God, much lower prices, 71 bucks. So the last, what you don't want to see on hogs, which I think it probably will do, I think it's over. I think it's over for hogs, unless something miraculous happens. You see something like this, and then that. Okay, just like Tesla's doing on the weekly. Just like PayPal's doing, but this is a continuation, whereas PayPal is a reversal pattern. They're different, but the same, just different context. All right, oh, cotton was up today. Who cares? It's wrecked now. I mean, maybe it holds here, but I don't think so. I'm thinking eventually you're going to see 65 bucks based on history, but we'll see. I mean, a VIX spike, that's going to kill this. All right, so we could, if you want to, we'll go to Ethereum now. Sorry, man. Did we even go to Bitcoin? I don't even think we looked at Bitcoin yet. I'm so sorry. Holy crap, dude. We were going. This is a pretty active day today. And here's your Bitcoin, right? So it's not dead yet. Okay, but it has fallen below the key level. The 19,650 was like kind of the cutoff there. Staying below that too long, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. The one thing that's okay is you haven't taken out any local lows. So, I mean, the bullish engulfing candle at night, from October 3rd is still valid. So it's not dead yet. If you can miraculously get back above those levels very soon, all right, we'll be okay. But you're now running the risk of some really bad things happening, because you know what happens when you fall below this level. Up, down, and then what? Then what else? Up, and then it could be straight down. And if the VIX spikes and we get a market meltdown, unfortunately, Bitcoin's going to be going that way. It really is. You're at us, you understand, right? I'm not making calls, but I am identifying something that is textbook for a trade setup if the market wasn't in complete shambles, right? Or we're in a recession and things are going to get way worse before they get better. Volatility has been showing accumulation for years. In normal context, this is a great trade setup idea. It could play out or could fail, but based on the fact that everything's so bad and we know the long-term trend, what it is, you're looking for something like NVIDIA or AMD, right? A well-established downtrend, just like Bitcoin, but you're looking for bearish patterns and bearish trends, right? We had a rising wedge here, a lower high confirmation top, false breakout, right? You hear 3 peaks and you failed, and then the bearish back test. Remember that. You're just looking for bearish stuff, bearish patterns and bearish trends, because you don't want to fight the trend, and you certainly don't want to fight the Fed, who is only going to raise interest rates and continue to wreck this market. Okay, so it's just, you know where I stand, man. You are in precarious times, and now you're below the in 2017 top. But the harmonic's still there. The type 2's there. The bullish divergence is there, but it's like played out and manifested into nothing. There's just no one buying. Not enough people are buying yet. And they may not. It just may fail miserably, but it's still there. Okay, just because I identify a bullish shark that, if you look in the textbook, here you go, it's it's an M shape and it's got a second low. It's there. I'm not going to just ignore it, but so far it's not been able to launch or do anything. So it was like, hey, that's the question. It's there. But then you go to Ethereum and there is no question. The target is $1,020 and that's it. That's literally it on Ethereum. There's nothing to do here but just wait. Wait for much lower prices. Wait for more value. Wait for Ethereum to lose another 24% of its value. That's all you're doing on Ethereum. That's it. So simple. It's like bearish consolidation after a markdown. You've already confirmed that the trend is now bearish again, right? The lower highs, the previous high, the lower lows, the previous low. Yeah, you're downtrending long-term, mid-term. And the consolidation, once it ends, it's going to be bye-bye Ethereum and $1,020. That's it. Look at your bullish divergence, how it's manifested into nothing. Zip, man. Zero. Pena, dude. $1,000. It's, yikes, dude. Free falling peaks on 4-hour total. I don't see that. Really? In bearish divergence. I don't really see that. Yeah, I see it. No, that's not even bearish divergence. No, dude, it's just, you're just in a downtrend. Hold on, I have to, still haven't gotten this stuff figured out on my stream deck. Alert. Here it is, right? Jonathan, what's going on, man? What's going on?
I like turtles.
Okay, but
there's bears out here.
All right. 200 moving average discussed yesterday. You were below it. You were unable to do anything but test it twice, and you rolled over some today, but not too bad. But hey, here you are in the middle of nowhere, unable, right? Clearly, since the bottom got put in, right, and we've rallied, buyers have not been able. They've been so weak that they've been unable to retest 959, which is really bearish, really bad. So I'm thinking that after this price action we've received, it seems like I think there's a good chance of seeing 840 again down here next. After this was their chance. They gave it a chance 3 times. It is a move down, a mark down. Does any of this price action, since this wave down happened, has any of this price action here even come close to threatening this high? God, no. That means it's bearish consolidation. It is like a huge bear flag of sorts. It's not good. This is very, very bearish price action you're looking at right now since we bottomed out pretty much, in mid-September, late September, 19th to the 22nd. Bearish consolidation, all right? But hey, man, I'd be saying something different if we were really going. We were going for it, man. We were running hard. It's just you're not right now. There's just not enough demand. You can't make people buy, dude. There's a buyer strike going on. Goodness, it's just, ugh. Don't be on doom and gloom, man. I can't help it. It's not my fault. If the chart was flipped over, I would say, wow, look at this, man. You're in this rally, and look how weak the selling pressure is. There's no sellers. They're trying, and they keep failing. It's terrible. So why would this thing not go higher? If I've had this chart flipped, I'd be saying the same thing. Or the inverse thing, right? This is reality, not opposite day. BNB after that weird irregular activity with what's going on. It's fared okay. It's still down 1.7%, today, and it's just nothing to do here. But wait, I would think you would really think here. Look at your price action since you completed the bearish bat. You see a peak. All right, that's a high. You can see it on the daily. Look, here's another high that's lower than this high, and then you got oh no, we got this very subtle another lower high here. You just have distribution going on very subtly here. Like it's just hard to believe this is going to end well for BNB. Like you're just thinking if this is real life, if what we're reading is accurate, like less market participants owning the asset than they did before, and that's been going on for a year. Even if BNB to BTC is doing very well, it doesn't matter to the US dollar. I mean, you'd think this would be coming next. And that would mean if that's happening, where Bitcoin's going down. We know Ethereum where it's going most likely, way down. So, I mean, that's probably the case. And here is the big issue you have. The really big issue you have on BNB is, oh no, that rule of three. Wow, we just identified 3 peaks that are lower than the previous, and now on the third peak.
Good evening, sir. Could you take a look at Jizzle?
Yeah, we'll look at that. Thank you, Anonymous15. Much love, dude. Yes, we will. You're now on your third peak. Have a discernible edge on not just one oscillator, but another one, right? And in fact, it's a continuation. It's like triple hidden bearish divergence. Just absolutely disgusting here, man. Every time, look, you make the high, here's your RSI. You make the lower high, you have a higher RSI, you sell off, you pivot. And now you've made another lower high and even higher levels on the RSI, implying a continuation downward. And it's the rule of three thing. Like you just think on this third time, that might be the charm. Very well below your 200-day moving average. You kind of get where I'm going with this. It's just not good, man. I hope I'm wrong. I hope like what I'm reading is so wrong and inaccurate, and oh my god, I need to like learn how to read charts, or whatever, because it's so wrong. But that's just happening right now. That's all I'm doing. I'm identifying the things that are in the textbooks. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, we'll look at XRP because, dude, it's a different story. In the world of XRP, no one cares about that
Evening,
here.
Mitch. Mind taking a look at HDRN on the weekly? Thanks for the great education and entertainment.
Jeffrey, thank you for the 1618 contribution, the golden mean ratio contribution, actually. Sitting in your jar, spiraling. Yes, we will look at that. Hedron, much love. Really appreciate the contributions to this stream. So, XRP, working on 18 minutes. This will be reality. In 18 minutes, it will be the highest daily candle close since May 8th. I think that's a pretty big deal. And you very well could be making your way to 58.5 cents soon, which is a candle high close back from September of 2018. You're just right now testing and testing and testing these valleys from June of 2021. I think you got a little bit higher to go. Remember how it all started with the spring back test. It was gorgeous, man. It was really, really pretty. But now you're above the 200-day moving average. What crypto is doing that? What crypto is breaking back above its 200 moving average and has been establishing some higher lows and regarding old levels as support? I don't think there is any asset doing that except XRP right now. Just being real. And maybe XLM starting to do it because it's little brother. No, but look how far away XLM is to its 200-day moving average. It's got a long way to go. You still, XLM would have to appreciate in value 13% before it even touches the 200-day moving average. Whereas XRP has broken it, and it's big time broken it. It's above it. This thing's getting poised. This is probably Wyckoff accumulation where you're about to break it and run to 14 cents. Remember what was identified here and identified on other charts, man. It's just, this is the one that caught the bids. You see all this clear accumulation, reaccumulation going on. After the harmonic completed, the spring, the back test of spring, that was it, man. And now poised for a massive break. You're on breakout watch on XLM. And if you break out again, you got 13 to 15% upside from here. This breaks. But this is certainly, again, maybe if you got in at reasonable levels, understandable. But you have to understand right here, this is exactly where things went south. This is exactly where reversal would happen, right? History tells us it reversed here, right? When you couldn't break the level, you reversed, right? When you rallied, test the level in July, you reversed, right? When you broke the back below, you sold off massively, right? You've reversed here before. So, but again, the context is every time you keep reversing lately, you just keep making higher lows. And that signifies there are more market participants that own XLM now than they did before, all the way back to, September 6th. So, dang, XMD, let's go, dude. Are you kidding me? All right, could we please get some more? Boom.
Mitch, I just want to thank you for me and everyone say just learning.
Say just learning. What does the SE stand for? Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. That is $360 on the day. You have now confirmed broken crypto hoarders levels. So today, right now, anyway, as it stands, I think you'd be in session top Jesus right now. Good God, man. That's incredible. I can't believe it. On a Friday. Stream's supposed to be dead on Fridays, man. Thank you. Holy crap. All right, so XRP, XLM, they're kind of in a league of their own right now because you look at XLM. We identified the things that give us a discernible edge in certain contexts, right? In certain situations, market conditions. XLM, it was there. It kind of, it went down a little bit lower, tested the bottom, but then you go to something like HBAR, okay? And it was kind of the exact same thing we had identified. But the problem is, no one wants to buy HBAR. So I guess now, right? But look, we had the same thing. It was like the bottom of the range, kind of. The 886. And now, like, what's happening? That's like a scam wick for sure. What happened if I was to actually anchor there? Man, you're still falling below that 886 either way. Okay, and but hey, if HBAR gets above 6 cents, man, this thing could go berserk. I don't know how, because crypto and the volatility index, the stock market, I just don't know how HBAR does it. But this is a very interesting chart to look at now again. All right, because you're up 4% today, but look what's happening. It's like you're catching a confirmation low and you're rallying pretty hard off of it. You've just broken back above the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. If you get above this, man, just flip the chart over for context, right? Don't you get how, like, if you break this, there could be massive downside inverted, right? 25% downside from here. So it is interesting. Very interesting that it was one that was not created equal. They were all kind of created equal back in early September, but then they did not perform equally, did they? So it's interesting, man. HBAR. But then we got ones that were maybe better examples. I'm trying to think here, like like hot maybe. Yeah, hot. It's like, it's the same thing. It's kind of like at the bottom here. It's at the 886, but look, just all this massive distribution going on. You know, look at the 200 moving average being regarded as resistance over countless times now, and you only make lower highs. This is one that's not like XRP, not like XLM, not like maybe even H bar now, man. It's like a descending triangle behavior. You have a buy wall of distribution. It's ugly, really ugly, not pretty. There were others like GRT, I think was another in this category. Right. It's like, okay, we got an 886, but I can't. It's like the harmonic duds. It's like a harmonic dud. It's like the 886. You've done it. You've reacted, and look at this 200 and its lower highs. What are you doing? When are you gonna pump? The pump should be happening soon. It's just no one's buying. No one's buying GRT. General chat bankrupt. Have both. So it could be a failed harmonic. If this keeps up, keep showing less market participants owning the asset over and over and over locally, eventually the bottom will fall out and it'll get wrecked. It'll go down 9 cents, and then who knows? It'll be price discovery down below 9 cents because this is all-time lows right here. July 12th, all-time lows. Look how close you are. So all-time lows, man. I mean, you're not far off. You're only about 16% all-time lows. But the harmonic's there, just like it was on XLM. But XLM's like up here now. XLM's legit like up here at like 17 cents if this was the XLM chart. And it's like getting poised to break out, and it's made like countless higher lows. So no one's buying the setup here. And understandably, man, market conditions are terrible. Okay, let's go to Ethereum to BTC. I completely forgot. I'm sorry. Kind of got caught up in those tips and all the other stuff going on. All right, Ethereum to Bitcoin. ETH to BTC. Well, I guess I have concerns. I have concerns here. You are now below the 200-day moving average again. It's almost like this massive Wyckoff distribution structure, right? Yeah, you got the history right here, the high from 2018. You went up, you tested it again the second time, but Momo shifted. I would look at this like a range in ways, right? Like, let me, you could just see, right? The bottom of the range is like 5.5 million. Pretty much the top of the range is like 8.2 million. I mean, your target from here, I think 6.4 million. Look where you are. You've never pivoted here ever. So I think there's a little more downside on Ethereum. And that makes plenty of sense because we know we've got like 15% more downside on Ethereum to the US dollar before anything even makes an inkling of sense, before any sort of real reaction. So here, Ethereum to US dollar keeps dumping and underperforming Bitcoin, while this thing goes down at least another 6%, 6.4%. And if that doesn't hold, then you go to the bottom of the range again, which is like 15% downside. I could see that easily. With the way Ethereum looks to the US dollar, I feel pretty confident to believe this is probably going to go test the bottom of the range again. Yeah, big old range. Could be Wyckoff distribution. Okay, no money printer, exactly. And that's what drove these markets for so long. People got so indoctrinated. Number go burr, or money printer go burr. But it had been doing that since 08. You can even believe it, or 2009, whatever, when they intervened. And now it's like the markets cannot function properly without quantitative easing. They just can't. Too much money over all this time has been put into the markets. So now there's just not enough real money. Like, you know, talking about like investors, you have to have Federal Reserve intervention. And the Federal Reserve that would intervene is telling you, no, we're not doing anything. More people need to be unemployed and be homeless before we do anything. We need to see circuit breakers before we do anything. We're not doing crap. Because inflation's too high. And we don't want inflation to run away. The inflation that they created by printing money. But I have massive concerns now because it's like, yeah, the Federal Reserve, that's a non-government agency, by the way. Okay, sure. But then you have actual governments all across America and really UK too, that are just money that they don't have. They're spending millions of dollars on stupid stuff. And there's even some of the bills they're saying that they're giving people checks to fight inflation. So you got, how does inflation end if the Fed is doing what they're doing? In theory, it seems great, right? But I don't think it's going to work very well when on the other side you have the government just continuing to spend like a drug addict. That's what it is, man. Spending. They can't stop spending. They're useless without spending. But when they spend, they're just creating more problems, but they love it. The government wants more problems because then they can grow. They're like, hey man, we need more government. We've created all these problems, so we have to fix them. Therefore, let's keep getting more government workers. But that continues inflation. It's awful, man. It is a spending addiction. It certainly is. And we're all gonna see in the next year the great unwinding. That's what I think it is. I think it's all the great unwinding right now. Okay. That was Ethereum and Bitcoin for the hoarder man, the crypto hoarder. Let's go EWT for XMD. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad, dude. Holy crap. Look how bearish this is. You know, it made fresh all-time lows this summer in July, but then had a really nice rally. Really nice, by the way. If you zoom in and you look at a couple days, it had like 2-3 days of pumps and it's terrible. Look what it's doing now. What was once the support is now resistance, lower highs. Very subtle lower highs with a buy wall. You pretty much have yourself like a descending triangle here. Okay? You got a descending triangle, and it's after failing multiple times, and really you're just now confirming for bears. I mean, this is pretty much what's going on in EWT. What was once support is now resistance with confirmation and less market participants since these failed attempts. There's less that keep owning it than before. So eventually what's just going to happen, you're going to draw down and make an 886. You're right. You'll from the low to the high, you'll be seeing 246 in time. And we're talking like from here, you have another 38% downside. And what would that do? That would pretty much complete you a nice old little shark. And that's like we're just talking about, that's potential. Like that's probably where you're going from here in time, 36+% downside just to complete a shark. And you know, you're like, okay, there might be supports down there, supports that you created this summer. Yeah, that's where they are. That's the target, man. EWT, hot garbage. Massive downtrend. It was pretty much a scam. I mean, whatever, dude. If it's not a scam, people lost money. You'll lose money owning this thing right now. All it's ever done, lower highs, lower lows. At least since the bubble popped. I mean, since May of 2021, it's only lower highs, lower lows. You'll just lose owning it, man. So good luck on EWT. All right, let's do the next one for Anonymous. It was DJ USCL. The Dow Jones US US cold chart. Oh yeah, coal's definitely coming back in style. You know why, right? Obscene, ridiculous, delusional energy policies from Western governments the past 5-10 years. Well, it's really the past couple of years what's made it so bad. But yeah, US coal, US coal. I don't use the word coal very often. Highest level since June of 2020. Looks like you're double bottoming. You're confirming the bottom. I mean, it's like a range, like a big range down here. Certainly below the all-time low from January 2016. You see it? Got a top and you got a bottom. I don't know. Let's say like the candle high close here. Yeah, that like makes the most sense. So you're just range bound and you're nearing the top of the range, at least I would think, right? $8, bottom and top. So it's a big rectangle, big spike. Winter is coming. Brace yourselves. I mean, there's news articles coming out talking about pubs in the UK will be closing early, and they will be using no electricity, just candles. You will walk in to a pub in the UK in certain ones this winter, and it will be by candlelight. This is what pure stupidity of people in leadership get you. This is what you get. You get all this. Yeah.
CZ Binance got hacked for $500 million today. Ha ha ha. Told you it's over for crypto. Ray, I wasn't lying when I said I cracked Bitcoin.
BTU. Thank you, dude, for the 5. Appreciate it, man. BTU, I'm looking. Where is it? BTU. Should have just popped up, right? Jeffrey, man. I was going to add it to my commodities list. Maybe I'll also add this one. That's fine. Peabody Energy, that's the actual futures? Huh. Okay. It's Energy Corporation, bro. So you're just saying... Oh my god, man. It's the king, dude. Look at the Momo shift. Look, you're in a long... this is like a good example, like, where you're looking for head and shoulders, right? And it may fail and stuff, but I'm just saying, like, you're a well-established uptrend, but you had a big drawdown. But then, look at it. Like, you're testing 200-day moving average support, and then again, and then it's just like, that's a spring back test. Wow, man. You got to wonder if that's going to play out. You got to. You think we'd be going for an 886, possibly? The high to low. A target eventually, it could take like 6 months, but maybe 42, 48 when it's all said and done. You just got to love it, man. You got to love what was once a resistance chat, September 2021, October 2021, has now been regarded as support thrice. So buyers, they claimed this level as support now, and I think with something like this, it could be going much, much higher. BTU, man. That's insane. It's beautiful. You have a very well-established neckline to boot. Look at this. And that's where you are. So it might pull back some, but you are on breakout watch of a very real potential. Oh my God, here, Jeffrey, here it is, man. Look, from your low to your higher low, higher levels on the MACD histogram. Dude, it's the Wombo combo. It's literally kind of the inverse, right? In ways to Tesla. Now, it's an inverse head and shoulders. It's not exactly the same. It's not classic accumulation. It's momentum shifting. But you got that same thing there on that third valley, the edge, the bullish discernible edge. And you look left where you are. I mean, I would think in time, $32, right? $32.50 would be the target. If you ever broke that, wow. I mean, we're talking probably $37.06 and $42. Yeah, coal, man. Coal. What an uptrend. Beautiful. We could probably draw a channel too, sure. Probably a demand line that's like gorgeous or something. Just kidding. It's pretty much legging up, right? There's so much demand that sellers can't push the price to the demand line. Yeah, so that's like legging up, of course. And now you got like a new demand line here. Okay, let's go. BTU. I'm in the chat. All right, hey, chat, by the way, we have a new day. New day. We did it, man. We did it. Oh, my God. Did that work? Did that work? I don't think it did. Yes, maybe. Yes, it worked. Hello? Where am I right now? Am I like in a cathedral or something? Maybe. Okay, we can go back to Bitcoin. Oh yeah, I guess do the noise. Blue on the 8s, man. So how did Bitcoin close the day? Remember, Bitcoin closed the day below the level we desperately needed it to close above again. It didn't. It failed. Man, we're talking about hanging man dang it, dude, caught the follow through yesterday, validating it, and now we're catching more follow through. You have to just be very careful here. Like maybe yesterday, hey man, we might be okay. Not anymore. Like, dude, this is like, you be very careful here below this level. I'm full on bearish below this level, but other people would maybe wait until it goes below 18,575. But just what I think with the VIX, I'm like kind of putting pieces together. I'm not going without context. I'm going full on context here. And the VIX spiked and it could continue to spike. That's it. I don't think we had another request, did we? Yeah, we had Hedron for Jeffrey. Let's go Ethereum, right? Look on the 8s, above the hour. There it is. Again, I'm thinking Ethereum's going to 1,020 in time. Nothing's changed. That's it, dude. You're patient. You'll Ethereum will lose another 24% of its value from here in time. Yep. Oh, we got a full moon. Oh, and here's what Bitcoin did on the 4 hour. I'm sorry, I didn't show this. Because really, it's like, but look how bad this is. Look at this is how bad the 4 hour close was, all right? You see 19,650 and 1 penny. That was, in 2017 on Coinbase, the highest daily candle close of all time back then, to the cent, all right? And we go to the 4 hour, and we look what happened. Look what Bitcoin did. Bitcoin went on this last 4 hour candle just to reconfirm what was once a resistance in 2017 is now resistance again, and then sold off after the fact. That's not good. That's not good price. That's not what you want to see. You don't want to see reconfirmation of a resistance as resistance again. You don't want to do that, man. Bad. Yeah, still making higher lows locally on the 4. Oh, great, dude. Great. Back below the 200 moving average again. Yikes. Very weak, man. Very, very weak stuff. This is like, I mean, it was all about the data. What was going to come next? Were we going to get ourselves the VIX dumping? All right, that's great for Bitcoin. It's going to hold. And I guess you could say, at least in the 4 hour, Bitcoin's technically fine without context of the 2017 level. It's fine locally until it falls maybe below 19K, because that's like a discernible low, right? So you could still end up pivoting, making a higher low, showing hidden bullish average on the RSO, and then rallying again. But dude, what you just did, people would ignore it. It's there though. The bearish back test confirmed 5 minutes. 5 minutes ago. Holy crap. Is Bitcoin 3 falling peaks? No, but it is only high, lower highs for now. Again, you have a chance when you're above 19,891 to go, but no one's buying up here. It's like fail, 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 fail every time. I'll flip to cautiously optimistic if somehow Bitcoin makes a higher low than the previous low locally from October 3rd and gets back above 19,891. I'll switch back to cautiously optimistic. But when we're below 19,650 and we just back tested as resistance, I have to be bearish. You can't be bullish, because the things that can happen below this level can be real bad. They could be really, really bad. But that's where we are. It's now a day by day thing, like where, yeah, my opinion's going to change on Bitcoin almost daily, depending on where we are correlating to the 2017 cycle top and the VIX. Yep, it's going to happen. Get over it. That's where we are. That's how bad things are. I mean, your long-term bearish trend. Look, hey, you know, the last time bearish pattern developed, look how well it performed. Like the Jesus, you know, it was there. Look at the lower highs on the tail end, right? The three, like here's your high, here's your lower high, here's another lower high. You got to show me something, man. You got to show me some buying pressure. Something's got to come in. But it's technically fine. I think, like, if you're talking about the actual technical argument of the shark, you're actually fine until it falls below 18,650 for real. But I'm just thinking, like, you could save yourself a little money below 19,891 and just, it's below that. Too long, it'd be bad. Let's go to Hedron. Lady Luck was certainly with me last night. I well over doubled my stack. Yeah, it was wonderful. It was good, amazing session. All right, Hedron. That was in fact rounding out. It was rounding out. When you get above 34,000, you could very well in time see 51,000. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Why not up? I mean, that is the target. That's been the target. People request this all the time, whatever. You look at it. If you're above 34,000, you could very well go to 54,000 or 51,000. It's on the way. You're not too far off. That's it. But yeah, right now, locally, 4 hour is bearish divergence, so you could pull back. If it came to back test 34,000, you can't be that surprised. When it broke it, it never reconfirmed it as support. So that could always happen. I mean, so it's like probably either this or we do this for the back test, then the run, right? So, but what a good start on it, right? That's Hedron. Probably gonna look at like a top out at the 886. 886 is way up here at like 58,000. Wow. But again, thinking 51K above 34K. And I know this is worthless. I get it. It's 1,000 tenths. It's like 1,000ths of a penny and stuff, right? There you go, Jeffrey, man. That was the last request, though. And it is the weekend, so, you know, weekend is going to be real low volume. Stupid stuff can happen. I mean, this is like where something like XRP could go full-on insane to the upside on the weekend, you know, with no VIX, no stock market, Bitcoin's flat or whatever. And this is where XLM and XRP could go berserk and do some crazy stuff, right? I'm live now, 1 hour, 7 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button and bell at sub. Patreon link is pinned in the chat. It is certainly the best way to support the stream. That is 100% crowdsourced. No affiliate marketing links, no advertisements, no monetization. It's only y'all. Like, y'all support this channel. And that's it. Who owns this channel? Y'all do, right? Never had a sponsor before. Never taken money from anyone to promote their product, ever. I've been doing this going on 5 years now. So for the current patrons, super grateful. Still a lot of y'all. All these bearish market conditions. It's crazy. All right. I hope it holds. If it does, if Bitcoin does hold above 19K long enough and starts pivoting for real, you will develop a hidden bullish divergence locally. And you'll continue some accumulation argument where you made the low, then all of a sudden higher lows, then all of a sudden higher low, and now maybe another higher low. It could happen. I'm not saying Bitcoin's done for. The argument, it's still here. It's just you got to understand how bad the macro is. It's so bad right now. It's like out of all times to be thinking about long trades, it's like, dang, dude, you picked a bad time. Late 2022, October 2022, with a VIX over 30. Ooh. What about the DXY? DXY had a good rally, up 0.43% today. What an uptrend, my God. No end in sight right now. No end in sight. You think it's over? You're sadly mistaken. There is now a discernible bullish edge on the DXY again. Hidden bullish divergence is undeniable. It is there. It's real. Look at it. You made a substantially higher low with lower levels in the RSI, higher levels of negative momentum, implying continuation of the upside. You pretty much today, you've painted, without confirmation really, 3 white soldiers. This is a 3 white soldiers pattern. I mean, it maybe isn't perfect, but it's there. Bullish reversal sorts. Yeah. Probably going to 114.85, but eventually you could be seeing, when it's all said and done, you could be seeing 119, 120.
Coin sponsorship?
Yeah, dude, all in egg coin. 3, 2, 1. Sorry, cracked you. Cracked your eggs, dude. Thank you for the 3s. Let's go, dude, man. Let's go. Oh man, feeling rough after last night. Had a few drinks while I was playing, man. God, it's so beautiful, isn't it? It's just like the DXY is the new Bitcoin, chat. It's the new Bitcoin. Look at the S&P 500. I don't even think we'll look at the index funds yet. Look at this, how nasty, right? We're like, hey man, the gap fill's coming sooner rather than later. The gap filled. We did it, man. Do Jesus chimes again for the gap filling. But the issue is, whoa, not like that, man. Come on, now we got a gap that's open at 37.69. But we're talking about, you have to understand, the S&P 500 had its second lowest daily candle close.
But any chance of you taking a look on CSPROKX? Is there a bearish bat on a higher time frame? Struggling here.
What's up, Anonymous, dude? We will look at your Casper coin on the OKX exchange. Thank you, dude. Thank you, yes. Second lowest daily candle close of the bear trend. Oh, that's not really what you're looking for. Okay. That is not indicative of a bull market. It's very bearish. Back in the bearish control zone.
Everyone hit the like button. Especially if you remember the entry on AMC from 2020.
Is that a joint?
Oh yeah, composite, man. We were talking about that before we started playing poker last night. I was talking about the composite operator acquiring his AMC. No, it was GME. Sorry. Yeah, AMC was cool too, but GME was the one, man. Like, there it was. The composite operator. His signature at $4. Well before that split, right? So I don't even know. It's like $1 on the chart now, but yeah, I just don't know why or how the S&P doesn't go retest 3586. Again, sorry, like, you know, the TTS went off. You're back. You're in the bearish control zone. Like, when you're here, you're in terrible shape, and it seems very possible to become oversold again. Why not, man? Why are we not going to 3386? Or at least the swing lows, like 3200, 32.33 repeating, of course. Why are we not going there next? We probably are. It just hasn't happened yet. You just wait though, all right? Has anything changed since like March, April, when it was confirmed that we're screwed? No, everything's the same that it was many months ago. Your Dow Jones Industrial. Wow, it actually hit that little demand line. I don't know. I'm putting more weight on the supply line than the demand line. But you have problems. You have massive problems. Do you understand the Dow Jones? You closed the week out below the pre-COVID crash high. That's some sort of support being broken. You got to know the next target on the Dow Jones is the gap fill. Back from November 2020 at 28,367. That's your next target. Now, I don't know. You might fill the gap at 29.9 first, but yeah, again, I'm thinking this is where we're headed. And then after that gap fill, I think $27,400, which I think that's one level, but probably when it's all said and done, 26.6. But then we got the demand line way down here. You know, it goes back to 2009, way down, yeah, same levels roughly. So. The NASDAQ composite. Holy crap. Right, knew there was a gap to fill. It filled the gap. Left the gap open. Second lowest. Well, it's really the third lowest daily candle close of the bear market. And you're back in the bearish control zone. And you're back really below the level. I think the peaks and the valleys. And now you're going to test 10,500 that you haven't formally done yet. That'll be coming. And then after that, 9,800. But that's bull crap, where there's actual real support, technical support, not Rudy Poo. It's a joke, haha. We're talking about $8,100 down here. I could see that. The great unwinding. You see what Nvidia is doing, AMD, Google, where Google is on its chart, Apple. There's so much downside on these. You could definitely see these levels in time. It's just gonna take a while. Yes, we're gonna look at that request. Oh, okay. Bad news. Rust 2000, you're in trouble. You're screwed. This is it. You're so screwed. You are below not just the 2018 peak, but the pre-COVID crash highs. The target from here until it gets back above that level is $1,600. Okay. Very, very bad. Fill the gap, man. Yeah. Okay.
Gap
Maybe.
fill from today first, though.
I wouldn't trust it. We're in a bear trend, man. A really bearish trend. VIX is elevated. I wouldn't trust it. I mean, I think it's very possible, of course, but anything can happen. But look, did the gap? I'm sorry. Remember, the friends are not your friend. Did the gap from 1900 fill? No. Did the gap DXY guy from 2021 fill? No. That's the only gap on the gaps on that. So no, the gaps, there are multiple gaps to the upside that have not been filled yet. But you have a problem because there is a gap fill on the Russell 2000 down here, way down here at 1567. That's right in it's pretty close to the next target. Big yikes, man. Let's run to that setup, or not setup, but the request, the Casper S coin. You doing it OKX, man? All right, OKX connect. Well, what a pump do? What a pump. Only after what, though? My God. Only after, to click everything. Making all-time lows and being dead for a whole summer. I don't know, man. Like, didn't even test that. What do you want to do with such a dead asset? It's just like a joke, man. Okay, looks like we got ourselves a range, and it's in the middle of the range. Maybe it's one low and the second low, and it's confirming some accumulation here. But I mean, you could probably draw a channel too. I don't know. What are you saying? A bearish bat? Yeah. He's talking about the bearish bats completed here, right here. This is what he's talking about. It's a little too perfect on A and C though, so maybe not, right? But yeah, an 886 nevertheless. Yep, definitely. An 886 there, small pattern, very, very small pattern. Yeah, that's there. Yeah, but like that right there, it would be more of a shark because a lower low on C, not a higher low. Unless you just go with the candle close, I get that too. Either way, same PCZ. But I think probably the lower risk would maybe be a little higher, but maybe not. Maybe it's like market that's not part of the structure, right? Maybe it's like this here. Now there you go, right? Because it's like the drawdown. The bottom gets put in, then the rally, right? The first peak after the bottom gets put in. Maybe that's the way it's being perceived on the market. And then you got the peak, look clearly tested again. Sell off, and the rally, you're testing it again. So yeah, you have an 886 here, and you have a failed, you haven't broken out yet. You can't, so this could be the top, yeah. So in that way, it's a pretty good request, just in terms of it's a range, and you're kind of at the top of the range. It's there, but it's not part of, right, after the bottom, then the first peak after the bottom gets put in. Big volume candle, man. Yeah, big boy, man. Big boy candle, man. All right, man. Been a lot of hour, 20 minutes. Friday. I don't know. Lord. No, Eric, because I don't watch that show because it's trash and doesn't follow canon at all. Just doesn't. It's all scam. Whoa, CGI, man. Whoa, Balrog. Member berries? Member Balrog? It's all a joke, dude. If you care about Tolkien, you would be protesting that show and not watching it. It's a joke. Yeah, dude, the volcano, man. All right, shift it. Here's your Google. Hey, what happened to Google? Well, it's went down 2.7%. Fill the gap. There's the gap fill, pretty much, right? It happened. That's your second, third lowest, one of the lowest candle closes. I think this has it didn't get wrecked too bad. Just wait, man. Just wait till 83.61 gap fills, because that's on deck. We could plot the beautiful channel. I'm sure it's a gorgeous downtrend. Lord of the Rings, Return of the Kings. That's right, dude. All right, on the new day, Bitcoin's rallying. Maybe it's going to go test 19,650 again. Go to Amazon. Speaking of Amazon, the losers, right? The losers that have so much money, they decide to buy the greatest fictional thing ever created, the rights to some of the greatest fictional creations ever, and they destroy it. They ruined it, and they put it in the ground. And Tolkien is rolling in his grave. But it dumped today. Good. I want Amazon to go to $100 again. I think it will. If you're patient, I think you will see $100 Amazon. And when that breaks $85, $68, I hope it goes to $68. I want this thing to dump. They spent $1 billion on the crappiest thing that has ever existed. One of them, anyway. I don't know. It's right in the same category of the same trash that was produced by J.J. Abrams, right? The last season of Game of Thrones. Everything Marvel now. It's in that same category, but it's just different because of how much more money was spent on it. Oh, God, dude. Just... Yeah, we still got the books, exactly, and I love them. I study Silmarillion. In my free time, I will literally study the tree and the maps and continue trying to memorize everything. I don't know. The world is so vast. I love it, man. Okay, so Amazon probably going $100, and then you got Microsoft's going lower.
Dollar HDR.
Man. Oh my God, this one was really bad, down 5% today. Andrew, we looked at Hedron, and you tipped me $9.61. The requests are 15 real dollars, not Australian dollars. United States DXY dollars. But we did. If you rewind, you will get your Hedron analysis. I looked at it. I literally did. And it was like what? Like 20 minutes ago? No, don't be sorry. I'm just telling you we looked at it. Yeah. And I would think that I'd probably do better on my first analysis, not my second. So Microsoft will be testing the August 2020 peak, and I think you're eventually going to see 198 down here. The swing lows. Yep, eventually. That's a nasty downtrend, dude. And then you got Apple itself. Yeah, it's gross. Second lowest daily candle close of the downtrend. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, June, you made lower lows, right? But you're going to go test this. You understand when this breaks again. You're going to probably 128, 125. It's ugly, man. It's not looking good at all anywhere for most of these stocks. Tech, risk on. Oh, yeah. Already looked at Tesla. Let's look at NVIDIA, though. Bro, NVIDIA. Ooh. I think we already looked at NVIDIA. Yeah, once 116 breaks, bye-bye. Looked at AMD. Look at Carvana. Oh my God, dude. Carvana, look at this dumpster fire. You know what Carvana did today, chat? The lowest daily candle close. Lowest daily candle close since March 13th, 2018. That's lowest candle close today. Lowest candle close of the year of the bear trend. Here it is. There it is. This thing's going much lower. Much, much lower. You know where it's going now, probably, right? Probably going down to $12. We're probably going to see $12. A little off here. Y'all ready for $12 Carvana? Everyone says, yeah. about Shopify? Oh my God, man. Shopify. Look at this. You understand where you're going now? Shopify, how it closed the week. Look at this. That was it, man. That was it. 1763 is your target. You know your downside from here. Assuming no acts of God come in or acts of Fed, which it's not. They told us it's not. You have 35% downside on Shopify from here on this technical bearish breakdown today. Today. Right? Oh my God, we're back above it. Yeah, just to fake out the scrubs. And now it's reconfirmed. You close the weekly below it. It's over. 35% downside on Shopify. Look where you are. Oh my God, dude. Just the daily RSI is at 40. So much downside potential. Straight up, straight down. The bubble has popped. It popped.
You should have stopped in Birmingham on UK tour. The influences for the Twin Towers in the middle are here, as well as all the Peaky Blinders sites.
Yeah, I got invited, but it was tough to make it happen. I was on like a linear schedule in ways. I was staying at the Shard. Shard is like $800 a night, so it's like I couldn't just like break from that. So, thank you. Yeah, one day I'll get over there. I'm going back to the UK at some point. But dang, man, it's almost like I go to the UK and it's like decent time to go. I went, and now it's like, holy crap! If I go, I'm gonna have to bring candles with me. I'm gonna have to bring like a flashlight. This thing, Shopify, down 9.5%, and looks like it's going way lower. There are others. Party City, let's revisit that, down 5%. It's going right back down to $1.16. And these are all-time lows and COVID crash. I think you'll revisit those. Why not? It's Party City. Hey, look how weak it was. It was so weak the gap couldn't fill. The market participants tried twice to fill the gap. Oh man, we could just be like eternally short on this. I think you'd probably be okay. God, real bad. AMT, you want to see devastation? Look at this devastation. This is a crash, right? This is a REIT. American Tower Corporation is crashing. You have to love. It's so wild. The gap fill back from April 2020 when we were dumping. Like, look how you rallied and back tested that gap fill as resistance before collapsing. This is a crash. You've broken 201. There's just like kind of nothing here, man. Nothing. A real estate investment trust is crashing, chat. And also in many local economies, real estate markets, right, across the country. I mean, I'm just keeping up with it. There are people that are good sources for this. There are like, as of like this month, there are like $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 price drops, decreases on houses that have been listed for 100 days. Huge price reductions in real estate across the country going on. And here's just the chart. You think this is going to end? Well, this is going down to test the COVID crash lows eventually. Look at the distribution. Look, the smart money got out. Smart money. We were here like talking about, well, at least in March and April of this year, or the index funds. I'm not looking at this one exactly, but look at you got to really admire. TA's fake. Like how is TA fake if we had a supply line, the asset went on its bear market rally and actually rejected it, right? And once it rejected the supply line and fell back below it, right? The asset itself is down from that when it fell back into it. It's down 30% in 48 days. This is real estate. That's so real. That's your TA. I mean, that's just one of millions of examples of how wonderful that stuff is, Triple topped in the end. Worry about candles in London. Worry about getting stabbed. Kappa, but not really Kappa. But all right, yeah. Now London's, I was a tourist dude. So like, all right. As a tourist, it was absolutely wonderful, The only people that were really snooty were like the hotel workers because it's the Shard. And I have like a mild slight Southern accent. So, you know, they would draw their conclusions from activist, political, you know, media corporations on, oh, the Southerner in America. Oh my God. All right, but yeah, you're dead. You're dead on AMT. It's over, dude. A lot of pain coming. Lots of pain. HubSpot screwed too, right? No, not so much. I mean, I do think like you had a falling wedge, it rallied, and that was it. And now you're trying to confirm a bottom, but where you are doesn't make any sense for a bottom. I wouldn't touch this crap. I would wait till HubSpot goes to 208. Just wait, man. You will get it. I'm very, very confident to think that HubSpot will go down another 26% over the next 3 months, 4 months, whatever, and see this level be tested. I think it will. So yeah, you're like, hey man, but it's a falling wedge and a double bottom. It's the macro, man. It's not Hub's fault. It's the macro. It's the bubble popped and we got lower to go. We're going for an 886 on this, okay? Where's the 886 on HubSpot? From the low to the high. The 886 is $180. But why not 208? Minimum. And then but if it breaks 208, the 886 becomes less relevant. I mean, I guess there are a couple more peaks here. So, you know, it's, dude, it's nasty. It's about to get real bad. Let's just look at REIT itself. Remember this thing, if you're a patron, you remember the REIT, right? We get Jesus chimes for the classic distribution structure that played out like the Jesus. And you know where this thing's going, right? 1835, baby. That's where we're headed. Way down here. Oh, I love TA. It's like, how do you not love TA? How do you not love this type of stuff? These are daily structural developments, the size of Montana, man. Like the size, like, dude, it's just a 230-day large pattern, man. You're looking at something that could be very reliable, and it is. It's confirmed. That was a confirmation line at 2269. We didn't even need that. All we knew is once you felt, all we needed was the 200-day moving average was rejected, and you made a third lower high, or you made the third peak. 3 falling peaks. Okay, so there's still more downside, a lot more. Buckle up, real estate. Yeah, we did metals way earlier. Yeah. We've already done the Bitcoin TA multiple times this stream. Multiple times. TA is better when it's not an election year? How could you say that? The TA has saved us all collectively like millions of dollars in this community. It has. The TA this year. Times to make money, times not to lose money. Once you understand that, you're going to be in sync, right? Like there are times to make money, dude, and we have for a couple of years, and there's time not to lose money. So you preserve what you made in the good times. And yeah, I mean, but now like, you know, you could just be buying puts, shorting the whole time too, and that's fine. But what happens is in these bear markets, you get super illiquid market conditions. So, you know, at any time you can go on those 20% bear market rallies to rip your face off on your shorts and puts, right? So, Raven, yeah, we can do that. Crypto wisdom. But I can't even believe you'd say that. The TA has been wonderful this year. The Jesus. Ravencoin been showing accumulation, certainly. Ravencoin, though, the issue here, you got a big issue. It's crazy how the levels here have been so respected, like unbelievable, right? We knew this level, right? The peak from 2019 and 2020, way back. It's been a valley, it's been a support before. But, you know, you broke it and you crashed, right? But then you rallied, and you look, resistance, rolled over. But accumulation setting on more market participants owning the asset than they did before and before and before. Then a rally, you tested when you broke the level, straight up, straight down, straight up, a very thin order book here. So you could go up to 7.7 cents. It did it perfectly and immediately reversed. But now the problem is you're below the inflection point. Right? You fell back below it. And now look at your correlation to the 200-day simple moving average. Yeah, you engulfed a couple days ago, but when you're this close to an inflection point, but you're below it, you can't. It's so tough, man. It's higher risk here. You just got higher risk. Like you're not at a swing low or at a support or anything like that. I mean, yeah, you got a little bit more leeway here. Yeah, there's hidden bullish divergence developing. I understand that. I would just feel way more comfortable about Raven if it could do something like this and hold the level as support and back test it as support, right? But it hasn't done that. In fact, it's at a really bad spot where this is like where there could be massive downside potential on Raven coin based on straight down and then up and then a lot of down. I mean, like this could be, right? You're not above the level you need to be above. You're in fact below it. Doesn't mean it can't make a higher low. And the hidden bullish divergence that's present can't play out. It can. It's just macros. Real bad. But yeah, I'll give it to you on Raven. It's been doing a heck of a job. It's been showing accumulation. It's been making higher highs too. Let's just get back above this level and then I'll feel way better about Raven. And until then, it's had a nice run. No, Chris, that just means that there was so much demand here that had to be absorbed by sellers. That's what caused Bitcoin to stay at these levels for so long to absorb all this demand before finally there is no more demand because the VIX pumps next week 10, 20, 30%. We go to 40. It's over for everything. It's not just Bitcoin, it's gold, it's silver, it's cattle futures. Probably maybe orange juice, maybe a couple of those commodities. It won't crash, but everything on paper, when the VIX spikes, everything on paper dumps, man. You'll see it eventually, I think. And it'll be fun because like this is a very educational time where you'll learn, hey man, in 10 years from now, 6 years from now, you're gonna remember all this stuff. Like, hey, I remember when everything looked kind of okay, but then the VIX was elevated and showing accumulation. It was above 30, and then it went insane. You saw everything crash. Everything correlate to one. What's up, Grub Man? What's good? It's been a good stream, man. We covered a lot of stuff, and let's look at something else. Weight Watchers hit all-time lows yesterday. Guess what? Hit it yesterday, and it did it again today. We're streaking through the quad, through the gymnasium. Hopefully you were on Weight Watchers when that happened. It was your low from 2015. Well, yesterday was the lowest daily candle close of all time, okay? And today was your lowest close, like the lowest price and close of all time at the same time. So Jesus chimes for Weight Watchers, breaking a support and hitting all-time lows. You've done it, dude. Wow. Wow. Erect. Well, remember, I mean, this one's like, you probably all-time lows because...
Suka, sir.
So yes, sir, we'll look at it. But, Weight Watchers, I mean, there are now, like, corporations, these disgusting trash corporations now are, in ways promoting obesity and an unhealthy sedentary lifestyle. They promote it. They don't care that we accept if you are morbidly obese. Well, yeah, buy our stuff. We're showing you that we support you as being very unhealthy and very overweight. So that's probably why Weight Watchers is dumping, because it's like people like, hey, the market sentiment is it's okay to be morbidly obese and fat and disgusting and undesirable to normal people. Suka Bliat, please. All right, your Suka might be done, dude. I think Suka is done now. Yeah, possibly. I mean, I was just saying, like, you broke out of the channel, and this is David Weiss talking about these channels, and it's like when you break out like that, most of the time you're not going to stay out of it for too long. And when you fall back in, you got to pay attention to what just happened. Don't forget the channel you were in is now being re-regarded as a resistance, right? You broke it. You've now back tested it, and you've bearishly engulfed. I mean, at least the heart line, but you're thinking it could very well go to the absolute bottom of the channel again, and it'd still be in an uptrend. It'd still be an uptrend, but you could just maybe get a better area to long. It could go to oversold in an uptrend around 6.7 cents down here. Just be waiting. Oh yeah, man. It's like, wow. All the distribution going on now. Below the 200-day moving average, or 200 moving average on the 4-hour. Yeah, I think it would be healthy for everything. If the asset did this, it would be healthy for the trend, because then eventually it could do something like this. You know, I mean, why not? But that's like a clear fake out of the channel. Yeah, so I think you could get maybe a better entry on this if you were just trying to long it. I don't think now is a good time to really be longing. Nothing really makes sense at all. It's just come off a stupid run. That's right, Ashley, they have. I think around the world, though. You know, Mexico's the fattest country in the world now, over America, or the United States, you know. All right, that's Suka, man. I can't tell you much more besides it's probably, I mean, just rallies here, great, but I'm just thinking if it's regarding the channel that it had been regarding, like the Jesus, I would think that you could have a drawdown further. We're talking like another 47% downside, and it's still on an uptrend. This will get DTE. This is like unbelievable. It's so amazing, man. Like, I love it. Like, and not all of them did this, but this was so good. The DTE energy company, man. It was the bearish Gartley on the tail end of a massive run, and it was a cycle reversal candle. And look at you now, you're crashing. And you know what DTE did today? Lowest candle close since March 2021. Broke supports. You get where this could go, man. I hope you get it, man. If that VIX spikes next week and something looking like this, you're gonna melt down. You'll be going straight down to $100, and then $93 after that. Oh God. We already looked at XRP. It looks wonderful and actually looks unironically great. And XLM's on breakout watch. I'm kidding. BXP, Boston properties, going back to real estate. You're screwed, man. You're going southy. You're at your lowest prices since October 2020. You broke the key support from May of 2020. You're in so much trouble, dude. Oh my God, it ended with that rising wedge, didn't it? Dude, you'll be seeing prices you hadn't seen since 2010 soon. Do you get that?
TTRE please or it's the same.
Thank you for the 361 super chat. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, XLM and XRP, I think, are the best looking cryptos that exist right now, based on technicals. Okay, that's just real. They just are. There were many assets that look similar to them in ways, you know, before these more significant rallies, but no one bought them. But they bought XRP and XLM. I think that the lawsuit, I think also some sort of shift and change on the Ethereum merge date. That was when everything changed for XRP. The price actions changed. It became really bullish the day of. I remember it. We monitored this stuff every day, right? Just about, barring acts of, you know, Vegas live streams and all that. But yep, XRP doing, it's in its own league right now in terms of performance lately. Well, with XLM, but they're like, you know, same category, sector, whatever. But the problem is, man, it's just like everything else, including Bitcoin, dangerous. We're in the danger zone now. I mean, just the technical setup's there, but the context, it's the macro. It's beyond certain things. Long-term, well-established downtrend on Bitcoin is still intact, hasn't changed. And the bullish divergence played out only for you to not even catch enough bids to really make any sort of higher high, or you couldn't even hold the previous cycle top. This is not what happens in bull markets. It's just not. All right, you want to vomit? Let's keep going, dude. PNC, the banks. Oh, dude, they're gonna melt down. You're gonna have like insolvencies in Europe first. Look at this, PNC. It's done, dude. This thing is going down. When it's all said and done, this could take months, but when it's all said and done, PNC is going to see 115 again. You have confirmed distribution. You're so weak, you can't even see the 200-day moving average. You're so far away from it. You're in a level, you're in a crash level. You're at a level where you can crash anytime, and it can get nasty fast. That's where you are right now on PNC. This is just one of many. State Street, here's another one, man. Oh my God. Look how it all ended on this one. It did break support today. It closed below support today. The target's about $50 from here. Look how it all ended on State Street. It's incredible, man. The Bear Shark, it didn't quite hit the 886, but my God, it was like 1% off. That's pretty effing good. And now you think it's done. No, it has just begun. Look, it was absorption of demand, the little scrub rally. Once that, I'm telling you, that VIX goes up, this thing's going to 50 sooner than later. What does that mean? That means from where you are now, there's still another 18% downside here. Or the Tractor Supply Company, oh my God, it's so bad. Oh, I posted to patrons yesterday. This isn't gonna end well for TSC. You rounding out, right? Bearish momentum, and now look locally, like a high, then the lower high, then a lower high. You have like 3 falling peaks kind of stuff. Classic distribution, hidden bearish divergence on daily, but being below 200, that's all you need to know. When you're below 200 like that, you're probably going to see 172, and it'll create an M shape. And down here, it might react very well, but I'm thinking you have a lot of downside still. And Tractor Supply Company, man, are we making higher highs, higher lows? Nope, only lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And eventually, what you're going to do, you're going to make a lower low than your previous low, like you've been doing, because the trend is bearish. You'll eventually go test the August 2020 levels, and then after that, it's good night. Just think about it, man. Can't you just use your mind here to see that it's kind of like a massive head and shoulders pattern, and the neckline is around 172, and once that breaks, dude, think about 886s. Heck, man, just think about a 618. Think about just a 618 that you go back test November 2020. But then you think about the 886s, right? The massive M shapes. Way lower, we're talking about $85. So good luck. It's like this everywhere, man. Comcast, oh God, it's so brutal. It's disgusting, dude. It was indeed Comcast Corporation, you know, the crappy cable and internet company, really, really trash, made its lowest daily candle close today, since March of 2016. So all support broken too, by the way. There's no support here. Like, I don't know what would prevent it from going to like $26, $25 in time. What a downtrend it's been in too, nonstop, and it's like breaking that. It's so bad. So nasty, man. You want to go further down this bear market rabbit hole, man. You want to see what happened to Walmart? Walmart did something very, very bad yesterday, a couple days ago, and it seems we're caught follow through now. We've caught follow through. Here it is. Okay. Do you understand, chat? It's Friday night. You could be out getting drunk. You could be out to dinner. You could be doing anything, but you're here, and that's really cool. We're looking at a Walmart chart that is done for, at least till 117. Look what the price action's done, right? I mean, you clearly, you broke back above this key inflection point, very important. But when you did it, look, it's like one peak, a second peak, and the third peak, and the 200-day moving average being regarded as resistance like the Jesus, and now below 132 again. There's nothing left to do but go to 117.83. You've broken a parabolic uptrend. Look at this beautiful uptrend cracked. It's over, man. The downside, you're going to probably eventually see the COVID crash lows on this. And that's okay. It doesn't mean it's a bad company. It doesn't make money. Just things need to unwind. It's doing very bearish things. This is what happens in bear markets. When the trend reverses, this type of stuff happens. Oh, IT, nice, man. IT, like, this is, all right, that's what I was looking for, okay? I was scanning, and I'm like, all right, man, we just need to make a lower high again, and it's over. All right, so you got to understand what's happening on IT. This is the Gartner Incorporation. Yeah, it broke that supply line. It was a massive short squeeze. I mean, I think a few of these, like SNPS, also squeezed hard. But dude, this is it. 886, right? The bear shark, like one type 2, but then the lower high, you have a classic distribution structure, and it's all below a key inflection point. Hidden bearish divergence? No, well, almost. You didn't even have any positive memo on the second peak. This is implying, okay? This is implying that this is coming next. All right. Yeah. You better be looking out. Please pay attention to IT, man. Corey, well, I knew you were getting drunk, dude. Of course you were. But, it's Friday, man. It's Friday. Yeah, you could be getting drunk while you're watching. I meant you were, like, be getting drunk, not watching the stream. That's what I meant. But thank you for getting drunk. Here, all right. You want to see something that's like epic short time? It's time, chat. It's time for the epic short on Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab screwed, chat. This is like Tesla failing to break its key level from 2021. It's the same thing here, man. That's a little off. Let me get that perfect. You have now confirmed it. It's not just that, it's the 200 moving average as well. I don't know how many failed 200 moving average tests you have to see until you believe it. Look at the downside potential on Schwab from here. It's so much. There's so much downside. Minimum $65.87, but $60 probably. Retest the lows. Think about it, man. Like downside potential on Schwab's like 20%, 19%. All the banks got 19, 20% downside. Be on the lookout. Schwab, man, it's over. It's been over, though. Nothing surprising here. These bank stocks were beautiful. I loved it. The TA was so respected. The lower highs, distribution. Wonderful, man. No one, Vincent. No one's buying. Mini Eye of Sauron? Yeah, dude. Mini Eye of Sauron, dude. Dude, it's not just there. I mean, it's everywhere, man. I bet NWS is below that key level. Oh, it's been below. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the best one. It's already just terrible, dude. I think this is going way lower. Han. Dude, Han was like NFT worthy. Yeah, much lower. I think you're about to leg down, and I think the target very soon on HON is $158. So nasty, dude. So bad. Oh, International Paper obliterated. Oh my God, look how that played. Oh my God. IP, where will it end? Well, it looks like you're approaching a support, but good God, man. what that bear flag was so Jesus-like, wasn't it? Look at you broke it, then back tested as resistance. And you back tested the supply line as resistance too before just collapsing. Now you're just bear flagging locally. Oh, man. I mean, this is definitely bear market porn for sure. What about, what was it? Trying to remember. There's something like Olin. Olin was like okay, and then it's like not. And yeah, I think it's kind of over for Olin too. I think it's put in the lower highs. Well, it's put in the lower low, and now the lower high, then the lower low. You are downtrending now on Olin. Not too bad yet, but the downside I think is so massive here. I think there's so much downside potential on Olin from here. Ford just getting hammered, but you know, some of these are just holding. They've already been dumping. They're holding for now. Yeah. Anyway, man, I don't know, dude. I'm just like, I was looking at some of this stuff, and oh man, you talk about the Eye of Sauron, right? Wasn't micro ship the Eye of Sauron? No, it was TSM. It was the Eye of Sauron. Taiwan Semiconductor. There it is, chat. There he is. The Tower of Baradur. This isn't as pretty as my gold one, but it's making its way. The next support, $60. We knew that. When you broke 108, it was done. It was over. And then after 108, 46. After 46, 35. And then all of Middle Earth will be under an entire era of darkness.
Some screen time for Bark Bark.
What's up, Bark Bark, man? Hey, how you doing, man?
Bruh.
Thank you, dude. Thank you, Bark Bark. Let's, you reminded me to look at, we had a request, I believe. Just kidding, we didn't. We actually literally didn't. Yeah, we didn't. We already kind of did the housing market. I mean, we looked at REIT. So, I mean, that in ways, I would think that this is the housing market. From what I looked at earlier, this has been identified, and it is drawn down massively, severely, since this is all the classic distribution was identified. You're crashing now, and I think it's not done until you see 1800 to 1835, and at that point, I still don't think it's done. I just think nothing even makes sense for a real reaction or bounce until we go down way more. This is the housing market on a chart. Can't literally show you the housing market outside of maybe a REIT, right? I mean, that's Dow Jones, equity, all REITs here. Real estate investment trusts, man. Oh my God, dude. I don't know why you want to look at it on the monthly. It looks so bad right now. Oh, here's your Canadian Solar Incorporated. That's very, very bad. Oh my God, it's so awful on the monthly because you had an upthrust of the all-time high, the candle high close. Look, very, very real resistance here. You've broken it, and now you've successfully bearishly back tested it. Bearish Harami, kind of tweezer topped, close. And now, I mean, look at you. Look at the downside potential. Like a monthly. So this is like each candle represents 30 days. Take forever. But you can see you're very much at the high risk of things. Owning this right now is crazy. I think owning this, you could lose. I mean, it could take a year or more, but this thing could lose 70% of its value and just go to the bottom of the range again like it always has and always will maybe. But yeah, it's been making higher lows and maybe it does it again. Then fine. Then talk about reverting to the mean here where you got this. Okay, then fine. Go back down to 25.57. But I'm thinking, man, this is a rectangle, a massive range, and you've up-thrusted through it, and now you've back-tested the up-thrust. Very bearish. I think this could go down 70% in a year or 2 years from now. Excellent breaking out. XLM, baby. That's up 1%. Yeah, let's go to it. XLM 886. Yeah, XLM's beautiful, man. It really is on breakout watch. You're attempting a breakout pretty much right now. Like the candle eye closed from the range and everything correlated to it after. You are breaking out. I think this could go to 15 cents. If this is real, it looks very good. Lots of accumulation here. It's not to say buying now is not a strategic long. You'd be breakout buying and you could get wrecked. Breakout buying, you can get wrecked. Way harder than trying to buy spring back tests with hidden bullish divergence and stuff. It's just you're buying momentum. It could play out, but all at the same time, this is exactly where it could reverse the downside. History tells us that's what happens. But like, yeah, eventually ranges break one way or another. This could happen here. Okay, all right. Zcash hit the bottom of this range too, but look at the problems, man. Zcash hits the bottom of this range, and like, this is it, man. This is when the big moonshots happen. This is like you back test the spring maybe once, maybe twice, and that's when you go. And no one's buying, dude. There's a buying strike on almost all cryptos. XLM, XRP are the only anomalies right now. I mean, really. Like, this should be going, man. This should be doing what XLM and freaking XRP did. It should be doing that, but it's not. And that's very concerning. Very, very concerning here. Okay. Why is it taking so long? You shouldn't. Normally, you don't get this much time to go long when you hit the bottom of these levels. You shouldn't be getting this much time. That's the concern, right? You just didn't get too much time down here on XLM. The same type of argument in ways, right? This is XLM, or Zcash should be going. It should be time. It should be doing things. It's not. No one's buying. Can't make people buy. All right, dude. I've been live 2 hours. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. As you can see, Bitcoin's below 19,650, not above it. That is concerning. That is very, very concerning. I get it though. We could pivot here and rally and break back above it, and I'll be here and we'll talk about how good things are when it's back above 19,891. But now we're below it, and you got to be really careful with the VIX above 30 to close the week. Many assets, including index funds, closed really bad, ominously bad. Where when you have Fridays like you see, you can go back and you can talk to OGs that were around for the 1987 crash. They were around in 2000. They were around in 2008. Dude, when the Fridays end like they did today, it is set up for massive drawdown on Monday, Black Mondays. Now, of course, it may not happen. I get that. I'm not even saying it's going to happen. I'm just telling you the conditions are the stages set for a Black Monday. It is, even though I don't know if it's going to happen. This is what all the Fridays look like before the Black Mondays are forged into legend. Okay. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Thank you, Crypto Hoarder. Thank you, XMD. Especially y'all for just the massive support today. I really appreciate it. On a Friday, normally these streams are dead on Fridays. It's gotten so bad I don't even stream on Saturdays anymore unless there's price action, just because it's just so bad now. It's like, this is a bear market. This is what happens to the streamer of financial markets and bear markets, right? I mean, the real ones stick around, but the hype, all the crazy numbers just go away, right? They're just gone, and it just continues to dwindle the further into the bear market we get. So, but this one's like just like a crypto bear market. This is like a real bear market, man. Like the first real one. We had the crashes, the COVID, but it didn't last long, man. This is something more like 08, 2000. All right. So I'll be back. Till next time, respect the T. Hey.
gonna dip.